Ooh. What is up, everybody? We are live in the booth, and today we are talking all about the 8th house. So, the 8th house, first we're talking about your natal chart. If you're new to astrology, then welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're an OB and you love astrology and you're watching just to learn a little bit more about the 8th house, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live in the booth. Hey. And we're doing a series on all of the houses in the zodiac. If you hear anybody talking in the background, it's my daughter. She's 13 and she thinks that she runs the place, okay? But, she doesn't, okay? So, yes. So the 8th house, we just talked about the 7th house, which was all about the other, the mirror, the spouse. And then also what I didn't mention about that was hidden enemies or people who, more so open enemies. The other and people who you see and you're like have open enemy with, but at the same time they're mirroring something back to you that's within you that you may not want to accept or see within yourself at that time. So yes. And then sometimes people are just pieces of crap and it has nothing to do with you. I'd throw that in there for free. Okay. So even if people are pieces of crap, honestly, it's something that is mirroring something back to you, especially if they're in like a 7th house type of relationship with you, which is someone who is in a one-on-one relationship with you. They're going to be mirroring something back to you if your spirit and their spirit have chosen to learn something from each other at this time around. So there's going to be something mirroring. Okay. So now after we get the mirror and after we get to know the other, because this is like really like one of our, this is really like when the chart starts to start talking about other people after the 7th house, because now we've talked about the other. And so now we're going to talk about those deep hidden things that come when you interact with the other. So this is the house that's ruled by Scorpio. So Scorpio is a water house. Well, Scorpio is a water sign, so this will be a water house. And it's a fixed water house. That means it's stagnant water, stagnant emotion. Scorpio energy likes to hold on to things, and it's a secret of the things that may have caused hurt, pain, trauma, things like that. So this is all the things that you find inside of the 8th house. So if you have planets in the 8th house, if you have a stellium in the 8th house like myself, you'll be very familiar with the dirty, ugly things that come with interacting with other humans. So we're talking about hate, jealousy, envy. We're talking about heartbreak. We're talking about betrayal. We're talking about lies and deceit. We're also talking about loans. We're talking about debt. We're talking about taxes. We're talking about sex. All of those things that are like pushed under the rug and pushed to the side that no one really wants to talk about and address within themselves is what you find in the 8th house. That's why they call it the house of secrets, the house of occult knowledge and occult wisdom, because of course we know through sex we learn kundalini. Of course we know through lies and deceit we learn truth. Of course we know through hate and envy we learn love. So all of those things and how it alchemizes itself is the 8th house. And so the 8th house is an alchemy house. It's the house where you take lemons and you turn them into lemonade. It's the house where you have all of your secrets and the things that you don't want people to know. And then people find out. And then what happens after that? There's death. There's death to who you used to be, death to who you thought you were, death to all the conditionings, heartbreak patterns, things that happened when you were younger or things that happened when you before in your life, and it comes a time in your life where you have to die. We all have to die, and of course we know we're going to take the big plunge, right? We know we're going to take the big plunge, but before the big plunge happens, we have to take those little plunges in our life. Amari, can you pipe down, please? I'm doing a YouTube video. My God. Jesus Christ. So, yeah. So we're talking about, yeah, 8th house, and we're talking about just all the things that you don't want people to know about you. All of the things that are hidden, all of the things that are hidden from the collective in general go into the 8th house. But they're the things that when they actually come out and we actually discuss them and we actually bring light to them, they're freaking amazing. They bring us so much love. They bring us so much truth. They bring us so much just, I can really it's kind of like taking you through the fire and taking yourself through the fire, and you come out as the phoenix. So whatever planets that you have here, they're being taken through the fire, taken through the freaking ringer. I have my moon here. Okay, my emotional, instinctual self is taken through the freaking ringer, through the fire, through the worst of the worst, and then turns it into the best of the best. Turns it into a diamond, right? Or it could be pressure burst pipes, or it could be pressure creates diamonds. You decide. We all have that choice here in this life, because we all have an 8th house in our chart. We all have an energy there. We may not all have planets there, but we all have a zodiac sign there, and that zodiac sign is giving life to that house. It's giving energy to that house. And so it's super important for us to, just pay attention to what's going on in there. So yes, that has been your 8th house, your secrets, your taboo, your sex, your deep, deep, deep intimacy. And intimacy, of course, people always relate intimacy to sex, but some people are not intimate at all and be having sex, but they're not intimate. So, intimacy is about into you I see, into me you see. And you see who I am, and I see who you are. And I choose to love you or hate you. And that is pretty much the 8th house. And it's alchemy, all about turning lead into gold. So if you want to know more about where your 8th house is, you want to know more about your natal chart, don't forget to hit me up. All the info is going to be below. Check out empressemperor.org, where we are making holistic health convenient and accessible to all. We're adding new holistic health vendors in the next coming week. I'm super excited. We'll have new products on the site. And all of these products are from people that are local. I live in Memphis, Tennessee, so the tri-state area, and then people that are from all across the country, and just putting their products all in one space, as well as their own personal websites and things. But this is here to house holistic products, so hey, if I'm looking for something holistic, then I can go to empressemperor.com and I can find it hopefully pretty readily. So let me know if there are any things that you would like to see on the website, and I will go hound them down. Also, there are some products that are made by myself, the Golden Pea, which is all about the yoni area. Like I said, I'm 8th house strong, so and then I'm Scorpio strong, so my reproductive system is a system that I am consistently learning about, and things are consistently being revealed to me. I'm actually in a space right now where things are, being revealed to me. More shedding, more dying, more birthing. So yeah, in that space, it's not always pleasant. So the 8th house is not always pleasant. But if we keep it, if we stay through it, then we get to the gold. So I love you all. I'm wishing you all love. I'm wishing you all peace. I'm wishing you all abundance. Don't forget to book your natal Know Thyself consultation if you want to go ahead and dive into this astrology. And then also, everything else is below. The links are below. So I love you all. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until next time.